Hi, my name is Pastor Katie, and I want to welcome you to the Garden of Grace devotion. I was looking for a little scenery today because it's very cold outside, and I greet you with a picture that was recently painted by Terry Huey of our community garden. Our community garden is right up the street at Good Shepherd Presbyterian, and Terry did a wonderful job of this beautiful, beautiful painting to depict part of what goes on down there. So I greet you today inside, but still with a garden picture. Today we continue in our series on the Beatitudes. And the Beatitude for this week is, "Blessed are those who are merciful, for they will receive mercy." Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. What an interesting thing for Jesus to say to his disciples up on that mountain. Up on that mountain towards the beginning of his ministry. Jesus said to his disciples, "Blessed are those who are merciful, for they will receive mercy." Have you ever known someone who's particularly merciful? Instead of jumping to judgment, offers mercy. Instead of seeking first to be understood, seeks first to understand. Somebody that leads with compassion rather than harshness or judgment. I can think of different people in my life, but I'll tell you, as I've been thinking about this beatitude, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy," the person that keeps coming to mind for me is my dad. My dad is a very merciful person. And it's been really interesting because as he has been having some health struggles lately, I keep hearing this from people in his life. His neighbors reached out to me to tell me that they were concerned about, if he's doing okay or to see what he needs. And as they talk to me about him, it's so interesting because they talk about how he has been merciful to them, helpful, kind, ever since he moved in 10 plus years ago. And now their heart is to help him, to support him, to show him mercy when he's not able to do all of the things that he wishes he could do in the ways he would like to do them. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Even from the woman at the subway, I've heard this about my dad. He's just so kind. Our knee-jerk reaction sometimes can be to respond with judgment rather than compassion. To not pay attention to the needs of our neighbor. But today's passage reminds us that how we interact with one another matters. And ultimately, we receive mercy from God first. God is merciful to each of us, not because of what we've done or anything that we've earned. But God is merciful to each of us. How do we then live in response to that mercy. When we feel that knee-jerk reaction to want to judge rather than look through eyes of compassion. What does it mean to be merciful, just as God has been merciful to each of us? You know, I think one of the places where we seek to be merciful is through the community garden. We seek there to try to journey alongside our neighbors, to listen to people in our community, and ultimately, out of the gifts we've been given, to provide food and support to the Lilburn Co-op. Where do you feel God leading you to be merciful? How do these words sit with you? Blessed are those who are merciful, for they will receive mercy. Thanks be to God for the mercy we've already received. And if mercy doesn't come naturally to you, maybe you want to give it a try for just a little bit. Next time you want to respond in judgment, or maybe in a way that's unkind or is sort of an us and them mentality, what might it look like to instead respond with compassion and mercy? It may just come right back to you. For blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Thanks be to God, and may God's peace be with you today and always. Amen.